Thanks, Poppets, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about Harry Potter. We're going to look at Screen Rant over, I've googled Christmas scenes. I want to look at Screen Rant and what they've put and what they've chose perfect Harry Potter scenes within the Harry Potter series. I'm excited. Harry Potter, for me, they're perfect to watch at Christmas, and they're also perfect to watch at Halloween, and they're also perfect to watch all year round, okay? Let's just face it. And we all know Harry Potter is probably the favourite thing ever of mine, and probably a lot of yours too. Yeah, today we are on Screen Rant, and it is Harry Potter 18 scenes that make them the perfect Christmas movies. I'm excited to talk about this, with Christmas literally being just around the corner now. It's only a few days away, and I really hope you guys have an amazing day. I am massively looking forward to Christmas this year. I do every year, but I don't know, I'm so organised this year, and I think all the Christmas videos that I've done on the channel leading up to Christmas, in these weeks leading up to Christmas, has made just things more magical than ever. And yeah, I am massively excited. But if you want to hear what Screen Rant have, the 18 scenes that make Harry Potter series the perfect Christmas movies, if that came out right, if you want to hear them, then do keep on watching. And if this is the first time you are seeing this face, hello and welcome to the channel. If you love anything magical and fun, then this is the place for you. Join the magic and mayhem, hit subscribe because I told you to. Also, a massive thank you to my channel members. You guys are awesome. Let's dive into this. So yeah, Harry Potter 18 scenes that make them the perfect Christmas movies. They go on to say, while the Harry Potter franchise is not traditionally associated with Christmas, the movies are actually a great fit for the holiday season. Whether it's the holidays or not, the Harry Potter films are perfect to watch at any time of the year. I have said this, Screen Rant. There's something for everyone in the magical world of Hogwarts. Mystery, crime, adventure, coming of age, romance and war. Yet there's something festive and joyful even amid the darkness of these films. It's weird, that, isn't it? It is. So the first one they name is the Christmas Caroler Ghosts, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Sometimes it's the little things that stick out for people when it comes to Christmas at Hogwarts. It isn't only the living celebrating the festive season. In the first Harry Potter movie, Hermione is heading to talk to Harry and Ron and passes by something really fun. As she walked into the entrance hall, ghost Christmas carolers stood there singing Christmas carols. Among the members of this caroling group was Lord Draben, also known as the Ghost of Cavalier. They stood singing Christmas at Hogwarts, and the lack of reaction makes it seem they are always there during the festive season singing to the students. I do love this scene, Screen Rant. You've got a point with this scene. It's such a short scene where Hermione walks past and you can hear them singing their Christmas carol, and it is very Christmassy and very magical, and it is a scene that sticks into my head. And if I do watch Harry Potter at Christmas, which I do, this scene just fills me with joy. Okay, so Professor Flitwick uses the Wingardium Leviosa spell to decorate the tree, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Another fun Christmas moment in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Professor Flitwick was hard at work on the Christmas tree in the Great Hall. However, he was using a magic spell to decorate the tree. Interestingly enough, he used the Wingardium Leviosa spell. Professor Flitwick taught the spell in his charms class, as it is a levitation spell. Hermione mastered it early, and when Ron mocked her, it almost ended their relationship. Luckily, Ron learned it as well and used it later to save her life. However, Flitwick used it for the festive moment of decorating the tree for the students' holiday cheer. Again, right, in the Great Hall, when it's Christmas and the tree's there, oh my days, it is so magical. I mean, Harry Potter is one of the most magical things you will ever watch. But the tree just really adds to the magic, doesn't it? That tree is absolutely stunning in that Great Hall. And yeah, that scene where Flitwick is using Wingardium Leviosa, because that is a big tree, and he's using Wingardium Leviosa to levitate the balls and the stars, and there's moons on the tree. I'm sure there's moons. Let me have a look. Yes, there is moons, baubles, stars, candles, and he's just levitating them up. Again, when I'm watching Philosopher's Stone, I do think it is the most Christmassy film out of them all. with the Yule Ball, number 4, Goblet of Fire, that is also one that I watch around Christmas too. But yeah, that scene is another one that sticks with me, along with the carolers that we've just spoke about, when Flitwick's decorating the tree. I have said before, in some of my Christmas videos that I've done this year, I think it was when I did my tree and when we've looked at Christmas trees, the worst trees, the best trees, oh my days, we've looked at so much this year. The tree for me is something that, it's a centerpiece, isn't it? So seeing Flitwick decorate that tree, because I think it's the only time you see somebody decorate that tree within the Harry Potter series, if I remember rightly. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. So it is a magical scene, that small scene, but very magical and very Christmassy, very festive. Okay, Weasley twins make a snow wizard at Hogwarts, Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban. Many of the moments in the Harry Potter movies that call back Christmas are almost blink and you miss it moments. True. One of the great ones came with the underused Weasley twins. They too even built their own snow wizard outside Hogwarts. The moment happened when the twins caught Harry sneaking in and out of Hogwarts using the invisibility cloak, thanks to footprints in the snow. They were building snowmen on the Hogwarts grounds when this happened, and looking for the snowmen, they had wizard hats on their head. I don't think I noticed it. That was a blink and you miss it moment, and I have actually missed that moment, so thank you for spotting that out, Scream Rant. But yeah, it is a wizard snowman. That is really cool. I think with the snowfall of that scene, I remember that scene very well. Obviously, they're dragging him through to talk to him about, obviously, the Marauders map. They're going to reveal the Marauders map and give that to him. And I do like that scene. It's just, the snowfall in Scotland is absolutely insane. Then we're looking at Wizard's Chest, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Christmas is all about cozying up with friends and family, perhaps enjoying some board games. Best friends Harry and Ron sit in the Great Hall playing Wizard's Chess, which Harry and Hermione discover to be quite barbaric. Hermione's leaving to spend the holidays with her parents, but she reminds the boys to look in the restricted section of the library for something on Nicholas Flamel. The hall is decorated for the holidays and the atmosphere is relaxed, not a heavily important scene, but one that fits right in the holiday tone. Again, it is a small scene, and it is very Christmassy. She's walking into the Great Hall, she's all ready to go, she's got a scarf on, she's got a trunk. I'm sure she has a trunk with her. I'm sure I remember her wheeling her trunk behind her. Anyway, and Harry and Ron are sat there playing Wizard's Chess, and that scene is very festive. I don't know why, because it is quite barbaric watching Wizard's Chess, but I think it is that relaxed atmosphere in the Great Hall with all the tree and that. You know it's the Christmas holidays. People aren't in a natural school environment that day in that scene, if that makes sense. But I do love that scene and I do think it's very Christmassy. Okay, Slughorn's Christmas Party, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. When Horace Slughorn returns to Hogwarts and reclaims his position as Potions Master, he's quick to reintroduce his old traditions to the new students. One of these is his elite slug club, and of course he invites Harry to be an esteemed member. Having impressed him in class with his cleverness, Hermione is also offered a place. In addition to the somewhat awkward dinners he hosts, Slughorn's Christmas Party is one of the most memorable scenes in the film. If only for Hermione's desperate attempts to evade Cormac McLaggen, it's not the most festive scene, but it does take place during the holiday season. When I think of Slughorn's Christmas Party, I don't think of Christmas. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem very Christmassy. It just comes across as some sort of little ball, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's not a Christmassy scene. I think because there's a lot going on that's so not Christmassy. For me, it's not. Is it a Christmassy scene for you? But that is not one for me. But I do love the scene. Okay, then we've got Christmas at the Burrow, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Christmas at the Burrow for me, I would love to be at the Burrow any time of the year. But Christmas at the Burrow, yes, if I got the chance, I would be there in a flick of a wand. Harry joins the Weasleys for Christmas at the Burrow, where he grows closer with Ginny. First, they end up alone on the couch and she feeds him Christmas pies when Ron, unceremoniously, is that right, ruins the moment and sits between them. Later, the two of them meet up on the stairs and they almost kiss when the Burrow is attacked by Death Eaters. That makes this a Christmas scene that quickly goes from heartwarming to harrowing. It proves that this franchise covers every genre within the holidays. yes, Christmas, that scene is very Christmassy and very festive, apart from when the Death Eaters come, of course. But yeah, that romance as well. When there's a romance in a Christmas scene, it just makes it that more magical, doesn't it? So they've got that right, like they've covered that really well. But it is a very magical scene, apart from when the Death Eaters come. The Hogsmeade trip, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Donned in scarves, beanies and winter coats, the Golden Trio continues exploring the magical world at Hogsmeade. Harry is unfortunately left out from the festivities, having no parent or guardian to sign his permission slip. Luckily though, he finds another way to get there, which we've spoke about. He slips into the village via an underground tunnel, and with his invisibility cloak, he roams the snow-laden streets. A snowball fight ensues when he meets up with Hermione and Ron, followed by a prank on Malfoy. This is one of those scenes that isn't related to holiday festivities, but it's ideal when it comes to the winter season. I find any Hogsmeade scene in the snow Christmassy. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if the scene will come up, but in the Half-Blood Prince, when they go to the Three Broomsticks for a butterbeer, I don't know why. Probably just because it's the snow and it's Hogsmeade, that it's just so Christmassy. Let's see if that scene comes up. What do you think? Do you agree with me? The Mirror of Erised, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Harry's first Christmas at Hogwarts will always be the purest. It's his first ever real Christmas experience. Surrounded by friends and presents, he feels loved and wanted for the first time in his life, but there's still one wish left unfulfilled. He discovers the Mirror of Erised during the Christmas break, and when he looks into it, he sees his parents, the thing he desires most in the world. In this way, he gets his Christmas wish. Now, the whole Christmas, when it's Christmas Day in the Philosopher's Stone, is magical. You can really see that Harry is finally getting a Christmas. He's surrounded by people that love him, and it is so magical just in that sense, because it is what Christmas is about. It's about family and friends, alright, not the presents. But obviously he was excited because he was like, I've got presents, and it was just such a heartwarming moment. And obviously in there, not long after, obviously, because he gets his invisibility cloak and he finds the Mirror of Erised, and I never looked at it that way, but he does get a Christmas wish and gets to see himself with his parents, and I never looked at it that way. So that has become a favourite Christmas scene now. It is a Christmas scene now for me. I don't know if it ever was for any of you guys before, or whether it just is now, but it is now a Christmas scene for me because I never looked at it in that way, and that is so beautiful. Kiss under the mistletoe, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. If seeing the main character kiss his crush under the mistletoe doesn't make Harry Potter a Christmas franchise, then nothing will. In this scene, Harry is bidding Dumbledore's army farewell for Christmas when he spots Crow crying by the mirror. She's looking at a newspaper clipping about Cedric Diggory, her ex-boyfriend. Oh, you can't word it like that, because you can't say ex-boyfriend, he died, like, they didn't break up. After a brief but effective heart-to-heart, Harry Potter makes his move, and the pair share a beautifully awkward kiss under the mistletoe, which is a Christmas staple. I don't like that scene. It is not Christmassy. I don't like the scene at all. It makes me cringe. That kiss is awful. I am so sorry. It is so bad. It's so bad. I don't like that scene. So I don't agree with that one at all. I am sorry. Right, so the next one is Horses in the Snow, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Some of the best Christmas scenes in the entire Harry Potter series are small and often quite missable moments, much like this absolutely stunning sequence in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. As Harry and his friends prepare to spend their second Christmas at Hogwarts, the film cuts to a beautiful shot of the castle as a fleet of horse-drawn carriages carry students across the snow. A blink and you'll miss it moment. This shot is perhaps one of the most beautiful in the entire franchise. It is a blink and you'll miss it scene, but I have noticed it. It is beautiful. Those horse-drawn carriages going up to a snowy Hogwarts in the snow, such a small scene, but it is gorgeous. What I wish they'd done, no, I'm not mad about it, but what I really wish they'd done was obviously started at the back where they filmed, but then gone through them and up to Hogwarts. Oh god, that would have just made it even more magical, but I'm not mad, it's still magical. Snow in the Great Hall, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Hogwarts Great Hall hosts some of the series' most beautiful visuals, but this shot in particular is one of the most gorgeous of the 8 films. It's cosy, warming and familiar. Before Harry, Ron and Hermione use Polyjuice Potion to disguise themselves, the film gives viewers an amazing look at the Great Hall decked out for Christmas, with snow falling gracefully from the ceiling and decorations filling the entire room. This is easily one of the most Christmassy moments the franchise has to offer. I have to admit, the Great Hall, although it's just magical non-stop with that enchanted ceiling, but seeing that snow come from that ceiling, you have to admit, it is definite festivities, definite festiveness, all the feels, all the Christmas feels, that scene, yes. Oh yes, Hagrid's Christmas duties, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Nothing about Harry Potter says Christmas more than Hogwarts in the snow. Yes. Harry, Ron and Hermione's first Christmas at the school is perhaps the most joyful of them all. Definitely 100%. In this scene, viewers get their first look at Hogwarts in the snow, which is an unforgettable moment. One of Harry Potter's best characters, Hagrid, drags a huge Christmas tree across the grounds, ready to prop up in the Great Hall. He's the only creature on campus big enough to lug a tree of such a size, which makes it fun. Yes, right. So, the scene we was on about earlier where Flitwick is levitating the baubles, moons, stars, and just, yeah, it's such a magical moment. Hagrid is obviously dragging that tree before, so it's all within that scene as such, like as a main, do you know what I mean, like little scenes. If we're putting these little scenes together, it's all within a scene, the Christmas scene. It is such a good, I love that scene, seeing Hagrid drag that tree across the grounds in the snow. Oh yes, all the Christmas feels. Yeah, it's come up. Drunk in the Snow, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. In their 6th year at Hogwarts, the Golden Trio get their equivalent experience of stumbling home from the pub drunk. They just indulged in a few glasses of butterbeer too many. Well, Hermione has anyway. With all the death and darkness surrounding them, it's sometimes hard to remember that Harry, Hermione and Ron are just teenage best friends. That's why this sequence, which shows the trio huddled together and laughing as they walk through the freezing snow, is one of the most memorable, heartwarming and simply enjoyable Christmas scenes in the entire Harry Potter series. Yes, I told you, I'm so glad, Screen Rant, thank you for putting that in there. It's such a Christmassy moment in Hogsmeade in the snow. I think walking to, you know, before they get drunk, walking to the pub is lovely, but then walking back, it's just, I don't know, there's just something about that for me, and I'm so glad that Screen Rant have included this. Right, so Godric's Hollow, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. The first Deathly Hallows film is quite bleak, and the Christmas scene in this one perfectly suits the mood. Ron has left Hermione and Harry on their own before they decide to visit Godric's Hollow, hoping to find clues about the Horcruxes. What makes this so memorable is that things are so rough for Harry and Hermione that they don't even realise it's Christmas Eve until they hear carol singers. They wind up at the cemetery where Harry looks for his parents' graves. It's a moment made even more haunting by the eerie appearance of Bathilda Bagshot. It is a very Christmassy scene, but it's a very sad Christmassy scene, but nevertheless it is still that Christmas feels when Hermione says Merry Christmas. Or did she say Merry Christmas, Harry? She makes a wreath. Oh, it's heartwarming, but it is heartbreaking at the same time. Then you've got A Weasley's Christmas, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is a very Christmassy scene for me, and it does make me smile. Christmas is all about family, which Harry doesn't really have. The kind-hearted Weasleys take him in early on, and it becomes an annual tradition to spend the holiday with them. Hermione even comes along with them in the Order of the Phoenix. Shortly after Arthur Weasley's horrific attack, Harry, Ron and Hermione return to 12 Grimmauld Place to enjoy Christmas with the Weasleys and Sirius Black. This sequence stands out as one of the most memorable Christmas scenes because it shows that even in the darkest times there are always small moments of happiness and even joy. So Arthur nearly died, and because of Harry and his vision, he managed to save, and they are very thankful and do a toast on that Christmas day for Harry But what I love about the Weasleys is they don't have much, but they're so happy because they have each other. And they nearly lost Arthur. Obviously, Molly nearly lost her husband. Ron and his siblings nearly lost their dad, but they didn't. And they're happy. They're still so happy. And it's Christmas. That is what Christmas is about. Your family, your friends. And it's just so... I'm getting way too into this, and I'm sorry if you think I'm an absolute... I know this for, but I just, yeah, it is so magical. So then we've got Hedwig in the snow, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Hedwig, a snowy owl flying through real snow, is a truly majestic moment in the series. I can't argue with that screen rant. The beautiful whiteness of the snow coat in the castle spires and towers is just as magical as anything else in Harry Potter. It might not be a full sequence or even a significant scene in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but the beautiful shot of Hedwig flying over the Hogwarts clock tower adds a palpable Christmas touch. Have I said that right? It 100% does. I know that scene because it does stick in my mind. It's so small, but it is significant. It does mean a lot. Hedwig flying over the snowy Hogwarts and grounds. Snow makes Christmas, doesn't it? This whole video is making me realise we don't get snow at Christmas a lot anymore here in England, and it really irritates me. It's just more magical. Alright, then we've got the Yule Ball, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, taking a short break from fighting dragons in the Triwizard Tournament. Harry and his friends find dates for Hogwarts' biggest Christmas celebration yet, the Yule Ball. With the Great Hall decorated to look more extravagant than ever, snow falling from the enchanted ceiling, the Yule Ball is one of the series' most beautiful Christmas sequences. Plus, those giant Christmas trees are remarkable to see. Cannot argue with that screen rant either, because yes, the Yule Ball is probably one of the most Christmassy scenes, isn't it? Like, for snow and ice. Oh my days, it's just so magical. It's just glittery, it's sparkly, it's magical, everything. Everything about the Yule Ball is Christmas. And I agree. Harry and Ron open presents, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So I have obviously recently just spoke about this a bit earlier on. When it comes to memorable Christmas scenes in the Harry Potter series, there are none more impactful, charming or poignant than Harry and Ron's first Christmas at Hogwarts. Waking to find Ron already tearing his presents, Harry is dumbfounded to learn that he also has received a number of Christmas gifts. Something he never experienced living with the Dursleys. The pure joy of being included in something like this is wholesome. Obviously, yes, I'm not going to repeat myself, I have spoke about this. Harry's face is such a picture, and it brings tears to my eyes. So that's that. That's just put me, I want to put Harry Potter on now. Oh my days, that was such a Christmassy video to do, and I'm so glad that I did it. I hope you guys found it really Christmassy too. I can't think off the top of my head of any scenes of my own that I find massively Christmassy that Screen Rant haven't mentioned. I mean, one that I mentioned was in there, but I didn't know it was in there at the time. And obviously, yeah, one of the most Christmassy scenes for me is when they're going to the Three Broomsticks, and obviously on the way back as well, drunk. It's just all the festive moods, that is. But is there any that you guys can think of that Screen Rant haven't mentioned? Let me know in the comments. Harry Potter, like I said, it is Christmassy. I do think the franchise is Christmassy. I also think it's for Halloween, and I also think it's for all year round. But around Halloween and Christmas, they go on more than ever, because I just find they're perfect for those two holidays. Thank you so much for joining me though tonight, guys. I'm not going to keep you any longer because I do think this video is going to be maybe not the longest one I've done, but quite a long one. Christmas is in a few days, and I hope you have the most magical Christmas. There are still videos going up in the Christmas period, so keep your eyes peeled and just watch them whenever you can, because I know obviously a lot of people are busy over Christmas. Again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You know I love your company, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Potter Poppets.